Ah, today is the perfect night. Actually, quite interesting. Today, I shall be running experiments. As Lilith commands, of course. Though it's weird. Today, I don't really know. I mean, I did. I didn't talk in my normal voice a while ago, but Lilith got a little pissy wissy. Anyway, today we're going to be doing some experiments, I believe. More importantly, hi, Astra. I've been looking into more and more. Well, as I was building. Oh God, what the heck's going on? I'm lagging. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Andy's on. What did? Okay. Anyway, I've been looking into many things about the book, and I've been scrolling through, going around, looking at things, and these charms are very interesting in a way that I kind of want to do these. Now, the thing is, creating the charms is very simple. You just need the table. You need it powered by a lapis block, which gets its energy from. And you need amethyst shards in order to make it. But what if it could be applied in many other things? Why does it have to be? I mean, the materials itself will be very expensive. But creating such a device is interesting. Because if I were to make a large sound carving, maybe I could engrave it into something else and make it do it. Like, for example, let me take this weightless flow charm, for example. It holds the music of the song Weightless Flow, which allows the user to fly or to levitate in the air. Now, if we apply that to a more larger subject, let's say a house, would it in theory float? Or would it just be a ridiculous notion? Now, it's going to be simple enough just trying to make the charm itself and getting the materials and putting it in here. The thing is how would it work on a large area, on a large surface? If it's a large circular object, would it work still? And would the song need to be engraved into it? Like, how much of the song? Does it have to be the original song, or does it have to be the copy of the song? Because right now, with help from Keyleth and everything, I was able to gather almost all of the songs that I have stored in my shop. But observing the sound carvers and their ability to pass down their songs, it is just very intriguing. Amethyst shines, maybe. It says throughout the world, sound carvers set up camps to rest during their journeys. Sometimes at night, you can see the light. You can see a light deep in the forest, but as you approach, it dims. What is this light? Some sort of device? I was not. You know what? Thank you, U.S. military. I think this is just amazing, wonderful, fantastic. You know, maybe I should just go over here to a calm playlist for reading and writing and studying. Maybe I don't want this. Thank you. I was lucky enough to never mind. I was lucky enough to find one of these camps, but all that remained was an amethyst block, encased in stone. I feel like it wasn't the only thing left there. Maybe the amethyst was a source of light, but it didn't produce light. Interesting. My headphones turned off. Anyway, whatever, it's fine. Sound carvers. There's many different things here that could probably lead to the mystery. Deal mystery. The floor wasn't on the plan. On a floor that wasn't on the plan. I discovered an odd, mysterious map. The text on it is unreadable, and the only way to uncover its secrets is to follow it. I've seen those before. But Eternal Grip. These are just very interesting to me. We need, and here's the giant sound carving thing that's very interesting. Maybe I can make a bigger one. Based on the sound carvers, which are a very interesting ancient species. Ancient race, I should say. They're very elusive. And since the person that was looking into this left, I have to pick up where they left off. This enhanced book is known is the thing that someone was hiding in a mysterious room. There was a note laying near it, and I think the book can be applied only to a charm. However, the charm must be sturdy enough to withstand the enchanting process, and the charm will stay with you forever, as the note says. So this, I could probably make a hypothesis and say that the Eternal Grip is most likely a curse of binding. Almost is similar to the curse of binding, but specific to the charms. Now, going around here and analyzing many of these, how should I say, hideouts and facilities, it's very obvious that these ancient sound carvers really idolized music, and they are almost similar to more human aspects of us. Now, if I go over here, let's see. Let me just go village. Which one is it? That's the Wither Cult one. Whew. Deep Sight Village. Ah, yes, here we are. Now, I think if I take this off, yep, we can see better. Now, looking around here, it looks like a pile of rubble. However, when I was digging around, I noticed that this is more than a floor. And this is an entire colony that was set down here a long time ago. Ooh, diamonds. Well, don't mind if I is, you know. An archaeologist needs a little bit more funding. Thank you. Thank you, sound carvers. You're so wise and ancient. But looking around here, there's many significant points in this area, such as this might have been a food area or a more garden area than anything else. And they heavily relied on amethyst crystals, which we could tell is a very magic heavy material based on how everyone is using it around us and how everyone around here is, you know, treating it as such. And these are very far deep underground, which can tell us more about them, that this is a very ancient civilization. Now, we can't say for certain if this village was constructed underground, like many of the ancient cities, which I doubt, or it could be something else. Now, for this thing, I believe this might have been like a room of sorts or something. I'm not entirely sure. Now, I haven't spoken to the other researchers about this yet, but a very interesting note here is that these sound carvers needed a place to live or worship, I believe. They had a certain god, and in some of these ancient structures and artifacts, they tell us maybe a certain god that they used to worship. They idolized very much, and they really, really loved these crystals. These crystals were observed to be very powerful within magic itself. So these tell us that this ancient race specifically, was very in tune with magic and believed that this magic, like this could protect them from anything. Now, if we keep going right here into many more sites, I'm gonna burn here. Oh no. Now, if we go to this ancient site right here, it is very interesting because this is underwater. Now, looking at this seems to be relatively new, but it seems to be that the wood around here has rotted away. Now, no, well, this was here a while ago. Now this place is very interesting because looking around here, seems to be a very huge settlement that was found many decades ago. And the researcher that came from this, that learned about this area, I believe, what's it called? Found this area, and I don't know what's going on here. I don't think I've ever seen this. Please, yeah, never mind. But yeah, the researcher that was looking into this type of stuff is long gone now. But I could still pick up where they left off. The researcher being AE, whoever made this Chromicon. Now, if we keep going around in circles, like theorizing and stuff, that's fine. But I want to go ahead and bring this up with Zeno at some point, or any of the other researchers for that matter, or I could probably ask Nyx about them, because Nyx more likely would know who the sound carvers are. And probably we could guess as to why these ancient people could tell us why the gods went berserk, or why everything else went chaos and crazy. Because from the notes that I hear, like from Nyx probably, and from many other people, is that for some reason a god went against each other, and then all the gods started going to war and like started attacking each other and all that. And just to make a note is that the power of songs in this certain race is very interesting to me, because these songs specifically are so strong that they can be combined into charms, and certain songs can be infused with one another and react to one another in a very special way, which makes them have like a new-ish ability. Now, according to this one right here, the notes, the echoing of wrath and the battle fury charm would make a lot of people, would hit a lot of people more often. If someone gets hit, then the lower the health of the person that's wearing these two charms, the higher the damage that this would take, the echoing damage, basically the thorns. Which is very interesting, because the normal purpose of these two charms wouldn't really work together well, but they create something very powerful. Now, this is very interesting that I would love to bring up with Nyx, because Nyx, by themselves, they probably know more about the gods than anyone else here. And they probably know about some things that this sound carvers may or may not know. And if they can help decipher the note that I got from the tree, along with the hidden mystery behind the sound carvers and where I can find their history is something that could help us that can benefit us massively. Now, looking at this, there's like very massive water damage, which is very sad, honestly. Very sad indeed. But if we keep going further, village. Now that was above. This one is pretty deep. Seems to be very ancient. But looking around here is very interesting. And I kind of want to test a theory with Zeno and with Nyx at some point that would probably help us figure stuff out more efficiently and probably help us learn more about the past. Because this is my job as an archaeologist, I've been trying to find ways to find the past and to learn more about this, some sort of what happened. Now, I don't know the full story of this. I don't know the full story of whatever happened here, and I kind of want to know. I kind of want to understand it more, and so we could probably learn how to one day, because it's quite evident right here. One second, let me just go to the. If we go to the abandoned city right here, abandoned village, we can go ahead and check here, which probably we could probably check here, which could be very very interesting because right here is where we found. Okay, one second, one second, one second. All right. Hello. Okay. All right. Right here is where we found this thing. Right here. And now, this is a very interesting thing. Right here. This is the eye of IKEA. Or how I assume, like everyone else. This is the eye of IKEA. We also have the heart of IKEA, and more likely, we have the rib cage of IKEA right down there in the scab. And probably some other thing, right? Right. But my concern is that somehow we need to learn how to slay some gods in order to protect ourselves. We need to learn how to permanently get rid or incapacitate a god. How do gods work? That system, you know. Because right here, there's a lot of people that really did worship IKEA. But learning about their ancient past and learning how each god killed one another, we could probably learn how to take down IKEA and or stop IKEA if that need ever arises, where IKEA is, needed to whenever IKEA or if IKEA comes back, which is very concerning. Ooh, golden apples. Now, it's very hard to judge, but if we keep. Let's see. Shop. Come on. Come on. Come on, load. No, wrong place. I'm supposed to be up there. Load. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now, going back. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. There you go. Alright. Ah, yes. The great inventor. All praise Markiplier. Anyway. Okay. Yep. There we go. Now, going back over here to my area and observing many of the more useful aspects of this, I kind of curious about the effects that each charm possesses. More or less that whenever I take off this charm right here, it hurts me. It damages me. It hurts me specifically, but I am not sure why. For some reason, whenever we take off our charms, it does something to our bodies, more physical or more physical than mental, and it might be in a way that might drain us of our power. Now, I'm not entirely sure if that theory is implausible, but I would love to run some tests on the carvers and more specifically the charms. The charms are very interesting because the charms give us so much power, and you need you need something in return. You need to give something back. It's like a rule of exchange. You need to give something in order to gain something. The rule of equivalence, that's what it is right there. And it's kind of impossible to think that something like this would, would have something more powerful if it were to be combined, if there wasn't something that it's taking from you. Now, with all that being said, it's very, very fascinating that this ancient civilization died. Now, I have no idea how it died, but it's probably because during the war of the gods and everything that they chose sides, and this specific ancient race of people probably died out because they sided with the wrong god, or they died with their god. Look. These mysterious human-shaped creatures live underground. Sometimes they can be seen on the surface during their expeditions. You might even spot them in the nether or end, although carvers rest only in the overworld. I once saw one from afar, and its body was shining in the sun. Unfortunately, it disappeared into the great forest before I could get closer. Now, this in particular is very interesting because these could be a sort of gem-like creature, almost like equivalent in exchange. Yeah, almost like these are some sort of golems, sentient golems that could be using sounds in order to engrave themselves in it. But I have never seen those, and I'm only predicting that these guys are extinct. I'm not sure that these guys are even real. I've never seen it before. I've never seen them before at all, I've never seen them before. And so it's reasonable to, I guess, for me, it's reasonable to assume that they're dead. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure entirely. Maybe. From looking at these notes here, these are very, interesting. These are also required ingredients to make charms. They can be found in different composer structures. Some wandering traders also have these patterns, but will only exchange one for another from the same composer. It looks like ink on a pattern glowing. See, these are just copies. These are copies of the original. Now, I have all the originals there, which I could copy, but it's very interesting that something like this is even existing in the first place. And if there is some sort of ancient race that remembers this war, then we need to get their help, or we need to gain the knowledge of their past. Now, looking into this book, there's many different there's many different theories and many different tools that can probably help look for these people. Now, me and Keyleth, what's her name again? I forget. But we both sought out looking for these original songs. Now, the resonance compass is what helped us the most in searching these out, because every time that the resonance compass started shining closer and closer, we got closer and closer to a structure that we were finding. And the more we dug, the more that we found, like ancient structures and maps and stuff, which could help us get closer to our goal. The deep slate core and everything to make it stronger. But learning about these sound carvers is something very interesting to me because it's hard. In this journal, I wrote everything I know about the sound carvers. The sound carvers seem very interesting, and I believe they could help us when they could be our hidden ally in this fight against the Skulk. Now, I'm not saying that the Skulk is, like, awful, but from Nyx's perspective and from the Skulk's perspective, it's two different worlds that should never ever mix entirely. I can totally agree on that. And I think that, maybe don't go too hard on it, but I get it. I understand why Nyx and everyone else is mad. That being said, this is something that I believe could be very helpful to the researchers and to everyone else in particular. And if we could find an ancient race of people or the ruins of their capital, because there's villages, but there might be a monarchy out there somewhere, maybe even an entire kingdom that could be lost to history, because this specific people are probably eons old. But if we can find them, we could probably learn a little bit more, because knowledge is power, and power is something that we need in order to one day probably stop Ikea when the time comes. Now, I already have the floating castle installed. However, I regret to say that my defenses are not as strong as I'd like. Now, here is my idea. I would like to create a fucking large charm underneath the floating castle, the moving castle, and it will be weightless flow. That is something that I want to make for an emergency. In theory, this might not even work, but I want to test this out. This giant charm that will make the moving castle float. Just in case, in the very strong possibility that the ground gets infected with Skulk, we can eject the moving castle's legs and we can float to safety. Now, this is a very dangerous thing that I will be discovering, and I will have to talk with Zeno about this to see if this is even a possibility. But if this could be a thing, we could have the floating castle move up into the air away from the Skulk and make sure that everyone else is safe from whatever happens. This will protect everyone in case of serious danger and threat. Looking around these notes, these don't say that these need to be compacted within a single small charm, though it is very much more effective if it is smaller. That's why people can fly. However, this, almost like the mechanical nests, are floating up in the air. Now, I do not know the laws within the mechanical nests to make that assumption that it's using rune magic. However, I will try and use that more. I will try to take more inspiration from it than anything. Then looking into these notes, using like a shit ton of gas tiers, glow ink sacs, phantom membranes, and the original sound carving pattern of the weightless flow might be enough to use this. And a bunch of amethyst crystals on top of that. using it as power. Shut the fuck up. Now, there is many other ones as well, like high bounds, for example. The wearer can jump. The wearer's jump height increases 2 blocks as well as a safe falling distance. However, jumping adds extra exhaustion. That's fine. It has some there's some rule of exchange and shit, but it's very very interesting, and I kind of want to test that out. Now, looking at over here, hold on, let me go to the research facility. Oh boy, what's this? Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hello, loading, loading, loading. Okay. Now, as we can see here, the research facilities. Oh. What's going on? Whoa. What's up, man? Now, if we look over here, the research facility isn't looking that great. It's looking worse for wears. Oh, it's gotten so bad. Oh, ew, gay people. No. Nasty. In Pride Month? Huh. Void weather condition. Huh. See, if we had something to protect us all, maybe in theory it could work. Maybe we could have a giant rune protecting us at all costs. Now, I know that the shard has a bunch of protective charms that are like, usually helping us in case of danger and stuff, but honestly, I think I want to use that technology with the rune technology to make a very strong barrier to protect all of us whenever the need arises and all that. I think it's kind of pretty good. I hate you, Try. I can't believe you put that in. That's stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now, this is dangerous, and I know that nobody can go here, but I kind of want to go here, and I will take the risk. I want to go back to the place where we went for our Christmas event, the Temple of Memories. Now, I believe this place might have some clues. What the hell? Oh, ow. Now, the Temple of Memories is something very dangerous and something that's relating to um, the void. So I can't go here for too long, or I might get swallowed up by the void, and that's not good. But this might have some clues. Okay, I don't like this. Maybe I should not be here. I can't do nonsense right now. People are inside right next to me. People are right there. I will refund you later. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm so. Oh no. Oh dear. Maybe I shouldn't have gone here. Oh. Oh. No, no. Oh, it's gotten worse. It's gotten so much. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Okay, okay. I thought this place might have something to do with stone carvers. I'm not entirely sure. Where is this horse coming from? I don't think anyone's been here in a while. I don't think anyone's been here at all. I don't think anyone knows how bad it got. I don't know. I don't think anyone knows how bad it got. I don't want to touch the void. I don't know. No, no. Okay, okay. This is breaking out too. I don't know what's going on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the void. Okay, let me check this place. Let me check this place. No, wait. Isn't there another place around here? Oh yeah, this cloak was here. I'll do it next time. Don't worry. I'll do it first thing on stream. Because it will be funnier that way. Because we're doing something else. Okay, okay, okay. So if you go here, the void change. Oh, it has. Okay, okay, dookie, me oh my. Why is this here? Oh, goodness gracious. What is this? No cores allowed. ZD. Who's ZD? Who's ZD? Oh, there's security cameras here. Oh, I have not. Okay, I might get in trouble with some people. I might get in trouble with some people. Okay, let's see. Okay. See, I thought that there would be some sound carver things around here as well, because maybe some gods might have had sound carvers worship them here, and this seems like a very holy place. So I thought I would check here, but it sounds really bad. Ooh, is there cake still left? I believe it's rotting, but still, whatever. Hot cocoa. Hot cocoa. Xeno Desai. No, I just want some cocoa. I want some cocoa, man. I remember this. Oh my god, wait. I could. No one. Oh, I wonder if I can take some of this. I mean, it's kind of free. It's kind of free, you know? Can you see? Is there cakes? Yeah, there's some cakes. Ooh, okay. Is the void gonna take this? Because this sushi is kind of looking fresh. Ooh, oh, that's crazy. Oh boy, this. Whoa, that's crazy. Whoa, all of this stuff from. Xeno, do you want me to go to Desai? Do you want me to go to Desai? Comfort, stuffed, nourishment. These are free. These are gonna clears one harmful effect. That's kind of crazy. I think I want it. I think I want one of these. You know, I just want one of these hot cocoa or God or whatever. You know, you're not gonna mind if I take a hot cocoa, right? Let's see. This is where we voted to see what kind of name we'd put this place in. I'm kind of curious, actually. Is there any how did we vote? Did we vote good? Did we get good votage? What were the names that were rejected? No, it's their name, and that's who ZD is. Oh, that's who ZD is. I already put that into lore. I don't know who ZD is. Maybe it's Zed. Maybe it's Zachary Donaldson. Interesting. Okie dokie. Oh, that's right, my old house. I wanted to go back. I thought you were... NC, I thought you were streaming. I thought you were streaming, NC. Shoop. 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 All right. Okay, yep. Gling. Now, trying to see. I wonder if the hospital might be interested in something. Now, there is a charm here that could be beneficial to them. I just need to find it. Might be enhanced whispers, feathers grace, nature's call. Mountains of strength. Or is it Knight's Guardian? No. Quiet presence, safe territory. Here it is. No, wait. Where is it? I don't know who that is. Battle Fury. My brother, God. Let's see. Climber's Path, collected gifts, drowned. I don't know. I thought there was one that was for healing that could probably help or benefit people in the hospital. I guess there isn't. Okay. Noises are getting louder. I kind of have to end the stream. I kind of wanted to stream more. It's okay. Yeah, it's just the noises are getting so loud. Sorry, chat. And the noises are getting way too loud. So I'll see you guys next time. I'll stop streaming now. But, man. I wonder if I have any pictures around here. I'll end stream soon. I think this one might have the thing that I'm looking for. 1 second. Oh. Oh. Huh. That's something that I wasn't expecting. I haven't seen this picture in a long time. It's very nostalgic. This is something that I love. Oh man, it brings me back. The blonde one is well, the more lightly blonde one, is my sister, my elder sister, who I looked up to the most. Marigold. She was, I think she was a, pottery expert, and she was a museum director. She loved doing her job. The one with the headband is the next one is a God damn it. Oh god. Sorry, chat. The next one is an excavator. His name was Hunter, I believe. If my memory isn't dulling from my own brother's name. And the next one is the last one in the back that has the messy hair is his name is Forrest. God, politics. Why are they talking about politics on all things? My god. Sorry, chat. Okay. This is I can't believe I found this. This has been so long. This is when I was a kid. I miss them. I miss them so much. Man. I think I just need to talk. I think I just want to talk. I wonder if... Is it nighttime? Or it's daytime? I'll go take a nap. I wonder if the therapy session, the therapy office is open. Maybe I can make a reservation. Maybe they could probably fit me in. It's probably super, it's probably super like packed from how many people are like needing therapy now. But I could probably try and like get some help here, probably. Wow. It looks like someone tried to struggle making this, yeah. Is there a reception? Can I write a note? Can I... where does Cedric put all their important things? Is this it? I need therapy. Smile. Doran. There. I think they'll get the message. I think they'll get the message. Because I miss them. I miss them so much. I really, really, really do. Honestly, it's been rough. I mean, my elder sister used to say a lot that it's fine wherever I go. That wherever we end up in our lives, we'll always be together. And now I'm far away from them. And I don't know when I replied to that message. When I replied to that message, it was kind of weird in a way. I mean, I guess that, when I replied to the message, the poster about exploring a new world, it just kind of was weird to me. But one of the royal noble houses, I suppose, they really needed something from here. They really wanted me to get something from here. They really wanted me in here, and I don't know why, but things just really don't work out. Maybe they knew I'd get trapped here. Maybe they knew I'd get stuck. Maybe they knew that I would get stuck here. Well, I guess one more puzzle of the piece is gone, since all my family is gone. But, you know, I've been trying to search. It just haven't really worked out. In the 2 years of them gone, I tried, but nothing really seems to work. Anyway, I booked that therapy session, so I guess everything is fine. Okay, I think I'm done. I think I need to go to bed. Sleep.